Batman, on a level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back on YouTube, you know. Feels different. But we're here now. Live streams are going to be on YouTube from now on. And what a way to start with Biz feeling sorry for Cavani and Ty smiling about Martial. So what are you two saying?
Listen, I'm happy, first of all, to be back on YouTube. Big up all the Twitch people that followed over as well, supported Baines. Second of all, I see how you've got a fresh trim, Baines. You've really thought about this long and hard. And third of all, big up our Biz every single time. And lastly, we've got to end it on the right note. My guy is back. Your guy is gone.
Hey, how have you won this one? I don't get it. I don't get it. Literally, how have you won this? Martial's literally the last man standing. This is crazy.
You know the movie Shooter? I win, you lose.
Look at this guy getting gassed. Listen, he hasn't won anything yet. But before we get started, make sure you guys like the video, the return on YouTube. Make sure you guys comment your thoughts after you watch this and subscribe to the channel. But let's get started. Ronaldo. I've had my say. I've said, I personally, like, if a player wants to leave, you let him leave in it. My problem is now we need a replacement because we cannot trust on Anthony Martial.
No. You're trying to start soft. Man's like, we need to replace it. Like, really sidestepping the whole Ronaldo thing. What's the title of the show?
No. I'm gonna get to that kind of thing, innit?
Okay. All right. I just wait.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I look at busy nose. Try it, babes.
Look at this guy trying everything, you know. But go on. Thoughts on Ronaldo. Let's start with you, Biz.
Yeah.
On like the whole saga and stuff.
Me? Cool. I don't understand why now, innit? Like, if we all know, innit, you don't want to play Europa League football. We get that. Why now? If you should have said this months ago, let the club know while go on, innit? I get it though, innit? Like, Ronaldo is an ambitious person, innit? He wants to win while United are rebuilding. It don't really make sense, innit? I could stomach him being here for another year. Being the main man, no. Sporadically using him, yes. But I feel like the captaincy issue as well was a big probably push for him to probably be thinking, you know what, if I'm not going to be the leader going into the season, then potentially I need to be out the door because I want to be winning and I want to be leading the team to winning things again. So it is annoying that he's going to have to go now because the way United work in this transfer window and in any other transfer window, we don't work quick. And it just leaves another option, another area for us to figure out. And time's ticking, innit? So trying to find another forward now, it's going to be difficult, but especially when we haven't even got the area of the midfield covered yet. So, you know, it could be a sticky one going into this beginning of the season, innit? But I've always been an advocate that maybe Ronaldo wasn't the right fit for this Man United team. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not vexed if he does dip. I'm not gonna be vexed if he dips. I'm a little bit sad. Don't get twisted. Man's a goat, innit? He's a legend of this club. But let's be real, innit? Like, I don't feel like he's gonna fit the system, innit? And he's only probably gonna be here for another year, and that's it. I can't see him signing on another extra deal. So yeah, man, it's probably best bet for all fucking parties to depart.
This is it.
Make sure you guys like the video as well.
Yeah, make sure you're liking. Like, I'm gonna pause it for. Make sure you're liking the video. Baines is back on YouTube, people. This is it. He's back on YouTube. Make sure you're liking this video. Make sure you're subscribing to Trafford Tunnel as well, and also Never a Foul. The links are down below. But big up everyone that's watching. I think there's 75 already. So yeah, that's sick.
Let's get to 100.
I've got to be real. Like, do you know what? As much as I have the banter about Ronaldo, us man gun each other, we run each other down. People love our shows because we speak what we feel, we speak what we think. And you know what? I'm ready for him to go. Like, it does not bother me one part. And, you know, when Ragnick come in and it was like, oh, if players want to, you know, leave the club, Then big up Jerry. I see the comment there after Cassius as well at the bottom. So look at Ty's smile.
Big up Cass as well.
Yeah, big up Cass. Say for that link thing, Cass. I'm glad it worked, man. So at least we know now.
I
bugged out.
I think Ty's gone.
You gone, bro.
But yeah,
He's
Ronaldo
back.
Ronaldo tried messing with my internet, fool.
This guy.
But now, real talk. Like, I've got to be honest. I think, like, when Rangnick said, if no one wants to stay at the club, then let him go. Like, that's got to apply to Ronaldo. I don't think we should be bending over backwards for someone like Ronaldo. I get it. He scored 18 goals last year. If we're looking at 2 or 3 players that stepped up last year, you could say he was one of them. I was always that advocate, and everyone knows I said it. We would be better off without Ronaldo in the team. I said that I think we'll be more fluid. We saw when we tried it, it didn't quite work. But I feel like the players like Sancho, Rashford, Martial that could have come in didn't also step up. So it's hard to judge it. But for me, Baines, and how I look at it is Man United are changing now. We're evolving. Biz has been voice noting me as well, saying he knows that he wants Ronaldo to go. And do you know what?
Right, he's baiting you out like that, yeah? Say no more.
Listen, yeah, I know, yeah. And I think where we've got to set on it, Baines, is like Ten Hag wants to, play his football. He wants to, grow with these youngsters that he loves working with. We look at our average forward line when you take out Ronaldo, it's what me and Hadj was saying yesterday, is 24, 25. These guys can play the way he wants to play. He can still coach them and drill into them what he wants them to do. I just feel like Manchester United right now are not winning anything. Ronaldo is here because he wants to win something, yeah? And in the next 2 years, he's not going to win. So I feel like an element of what's happened is we've failed Ronaldo because he's come back and we've probably said with the ambition, we will get back to the top. We signed Sancho, we signed Varane, and you're like, okay, we're heading somewhere. You get to the next summer, and we're in the summer now, without the top 4, we signed Eriksen on a free and Malacia for 15 million. Yeah, it's good little signings, but really, Man United have actually only spent 15 million. Where's the big investment? Where's this proof that we're going to get somewhere? So Ronaldo's probably thought, you know what? They're not backing my ambition. I want to play in the Champions League and I've got 2 years left. So cool. Ronaldo, I understand it. You've come back. You've done your thing for a year. It's not really worked out. You can bounce. Now, Ten Hag, him leaving does not mean that we are going to be done. We're in the mud. I'll be actually excited to see what we can do if Ronaldo was to leave. I'm not saying that Martial's the be-all and end-all. I know I love him, right? I know he can't lead the line by himself for 50 games a season. I get it. But if we get someone else in that's versatile and Ten Hag can do what he done with Tadic, with Steven Bergwijn, not Bergwijn, Bergwijn, who come from Feyenoord, I think he moved to Ajax. Players that, are versatile. He can make them tick. You had Sebastian Haller, who went from Frankfurt to West Ham, flopped. He got a tune out of him at Ajax. Like, there is still potential in there. And I just feel like if Ten Hag wants to build his project and do what he does, then this is the time to do it. And I don't mind taking a hit for a year. And the long term, we will be better off, I think.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate, yeah?
No, don't play devil's advocate. You want Ronaldo to stay, so just say, I want him to stay.
No. I'm playing devil's advocate here. Are we putting too much faith in Erik Ten Hag? Because the way I look at it, the way people think, okay, Ronaldo's going to leave, we're going to have that fluid front three. Let's look at it like this. Martial, say what you want about him. Say if he might perform under 10 but the fact is he has 5 league goals in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Rashford, he was shocking last year. Sancho, I think, got 3 goals and 3 assists in the league last year. Elanga, let's be honest, is not a goal scorer. Bruno Fernandes, you can say he gets goals, but even that, there's no guarantee that he starts in it under 10 So the fact that we're going to lose Cristiano Ronaldo, we still don't have a reliable goal scorer.
I get it.
People think we might be more fluid, but would you trust these lot? Because people keep saying, oh, like 2 years ago without Ronaldo, we scored more goals. And I hear that. But most of those players have regressed or are not here. Remember, we first of all, like during that season, we need to remember we were also in the Europa League, which is why we got over 100 goals with stat pad in there. Secondly, Cavani was still at the club during that time. He's not here anymore. Pogba, for example, was playing on the left, creating loads of chances. He's not here anymore. We have lost a lot of those players, and a lot of those players that we had there, for example, Rashford, have regressed massively.
Okay,
that's my thing.
But you said to me, do you want to go, Biz? Yeah, go
no,
on.
I'm just saying, instead of obviously just focusing on one sole player to just get us the goals, I'd rather have a collective of players doing it. Like when we finished second, we had a collective of players. We had Cavani chipped in with 17, 18. We had, Rashford 20 plus, Bruno 20 plus. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have a collective than just have just Ronaldo scoring and everyone creating for him. I just don't feel
I
like...
hear that, yeah. But I'm saying the collective have also regressed over the last 2 years.
Yeah, but Baines,
A lot
what
of the
have you-
collective
you-
had
No,
now
I
been
don't.
found
Not
out.
2 years, 1 year, and I feel like that's
no.
down to that one individual because we were.
I'm talking about Martial as well. Because
Alright,
Martial
cool.
before Ronaldo, for example, wasn't good. Even Rashford, even though Rashford was getting goals the season before, if you actually watched his performances, the performances weren't great either.
But Baines, you even said to me and Biz last time, you said, right, Harry Maguire, yes, we don't like him and we don't want him. So big up Hajj, our guy. But you know that we don't want Maguire in the starting 11. And I'm not even listening
Such
to
a
Hajj
problem.
there. Like, I'm not even, he's gonna make me get off. He's gonna make me wear that proudly, you know. But in regards to Maguire, let's look at it realistically. You said that okay, Maguire's gonna stay. He probably play because availability is their best ability. We look at our centre backs, he's the most available. So Ten Hag will give him a chance. But you even said, yes, we don't like Harry Maguire, but is he ever going to play worse than what he's played? And that is the truth. And I don't believe that he will. Now, for me, Rashford will not play as worse as what he's played. This is all hindsight, of course. We'll find out. Martial is not going to play worse than what he's played. And yes, people laugh, but look at the way Rashford's doing the interviews. Yes, I know we done one when Ragnick came in. You can look at Martial posting more Man United content than I've ever seen. Sancho has gone away. He's going to get a full preseason. Like, these are 3 players that I am excited about. And I feel like Rashford and Martial had a coach in Louis van Gaal. Since then, they've not really. And yes, we got 58 goals under Ollie. I don't want to say that was Ollie's coaching. I think they just blended well as teams. Do you know what I'm saying? As a team. And I just feel like if anyone's going to get the best out of Rashford and Martial, it would be them two. It would be Ten Hag. And I'm not saying that they're going to save us, by the way. We would definitely need a forward to come in and replace Ronaldo. Someone that can give us 30 games and be versatile. But the market is poor out there.
This is what I keep saying. Like, I expect these lot to be better, kind of thing, innit? But it's kind of like you still can't trust these players fully and trust.
I get it.
This is what I say. Ten Hag's not a miracle worker.
It doesn't align, Baines. It doesn't align. Ronaldo's ambition to what Manchester United want to do has not worked.
I'm not mad at Ronaldo leaving.
Yeah. But Ronaldo wants to go. So you're saying, yeah, okay, where we're going to replace the goals. But we've got to talk about if he goes, he's going to go if he's going to go and he gets the right offer and we accept it, he wants to go. We're talking about if he wants to go mentally, it doesn't actually help us having him around anyway. Like Biz has always said, like at first he loved it. When I spoke to Biz about it and broke it down about, not saying he's a bad egg, by the way, but obviously his mentality and everything is elite above everyone else. But if he wants to go, just because his name's Ronaldo and we know what goals he can bring, I don't really want him hanging around the club.
No, Ty. I said this. I don't have a problem with Ronaldo leaving. I said this. I would let him go. My problem is people having full faith in the current set of players to replace Ronaldo's goals just because we might be more fluid.
But what? Okay, so give me examples of what have people said that it's like, right, it gives you faith. I don't see many people saying,
"Oh, let go of Ronaldo. It's fine. We got Martial." You can't trust Martial, whether you like him or not. Ty, you know you can't trust Anthony Martial.
I agree.
You can't trust Marcus Rashford either. Alanga,
I think you can trust Rashford more than we're talking about. I think we're just going off the back of last season, innit?
Yeah, but that's the evidence we have. Rashford was literally like, this is what I keep saying with Rashford.
2 seasons prior to that, Rashford, I swear.
And then last season he's walking on the pitch. How can you excuse that? The evidence that we've seen, the last period, is he weren't good enough. Even the season before, he might have got the numbers, but his performances weren't there. That's the bottom line with these lot.
The fact is, like, in terms of killer striker and actually someone that's going to smack the ball in the net 20 times a season, we've seen them guys do it, like Biff said, in the 1920 season, but there's no guarantee that we know we're going to see that. We know that Ronaldo 100% scores goals for Ten Hag. I know it. And you know what? I would not be having this... I wouldn't be having this stream, and debating with you about Ronaldo if there was no links to him going. I want Ronaldo. If it was me and there was no rumors whatsoever, I'm happy for Ronaldo to stay because I know there's Ronaldo and Martial there as options. The only thing that I would be worried about if Ronaldo played is that, right, I don't want him starting every game. We saw a difference in Ronaldo when he got injured or whatever he was. He had that break. And then Ragnick started playing him once a week. I did actually see an improvement. And I hold my hands up. I think it was the Tottenham game he came back. And he had a little break. And he scored that goal from outside the box. His all-round game and his link-up was actually pretty good. I would give him it. Like, Ronaldo had stepped up playing 1 game a week. He looked better. But I just don't know if we're better off long-term without him this season. Like, I don't really mind now. But I do agree with you.
Long-term is a different story. But in the near future, in my eyes, if I had the choice of keeping Ronaldo or not, I would still keep Ronaldo. And this is what I keep saying. Going into this summer, I still look at this squad. I'm like, Ronaldo was still one of our better performers last season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same is what I say about De Gea. I think De Gea is a problem long term, innit? But he's still one of our better performers, which is why I'm kind of like, I'm not replacing De Gea this summer. The way I look at it, we just have way too much to do besides Cristiano Ronaldo leaving.
Yeah,
Ronaldo,
you know, he's only going to be here 1 year. Like, I'm not bothered if he does stay, and I think he does stay, Baines. If we actually look at it, yes, we've got Chelsea, who potentially could do a slap in a big money move, and he'll have to cut his wages anyway. But I don't think we'll sell to a Premier League club. Bayern, I just personally don't believe that they have the financial, package that they could offer him. And Real Madrid are not going to come in for him, which I think would be his actual home. So for me, I just don't see where Ronaldo goes. Yes, he wants to go. I don't actually see where he goes. He's not 27 no more. He's not 31 no more. He's 37 years of age. So where he wants to go, I don't know. But I just don't know if a team comes in for him. He'll probably only cost 10 million anyway. He's only got 1 year left on his deal. But let's be real, like, other than Chelsea and Bayern, no other top team probably wants Ronaldo because they will have that reservation of, like, they don't know what he's going to be like with the team. But one thing you know is that he scores goals. That's it.
I said this before. I think Ronaldo takes a pay cut wherever he goes in it. Like I said this today. The report that Ronaldo's upset about the pay cut thing, that's a bunch of rubbish as well. There's no chance of that. And I keep saying this, like, just look at the reports of Cristiano Ronaldo over the last 2 to 3 days. There's so many negative briefings from the club, from certain people in the club about Cristiano Ronaldo. Like the Simon Stone article about the other day about Ralph and the pressing thing. Like, you've had this information for how long? You've had his argument with Harry Maguire information for how long? And now you want to post it.
But to be fair, there's been a lot of other briefing that's been happening since the end of the season. So obviously,
but I hear that. Yeah, but how comes all of the Ronaldo stuff is coming out now, innit? And that's where
but the Ronaldo stuff has been coming since the end of the season.
Look at the amount we're seeing in the last 3 days. We've seen Ralph pressing, Ronaldo captaincy thing, the pay cut thing.
Yeah, but that's not been the last 3 days. That's been the last month or two.
No. I said, look, in 3-4 days, we've seen 3 different reports slating Cristiano Ronaldo. It's clear there's negative briefings about Cristiano Ronaldo coming up. Yeah. And I think even Duncan Castle said it. So that's where I'm like, people are moving.
So what? So like, I'll play devil's advocate there. So what? Like, Busy's saying, yeah, it's been coming out a long time. So what, Baze, you're thinking it's targeting Ronaldo, or do you think, come on, surely there'll be some smoke with fire? Like, if it's only Ronaldo that's being the one that's being drawn out, there might be an underlying issue. Like, they're not just going to keep writing about him, are they? I'm not saying that he is. But
that's what briefings are, though. Certain people get targeted, kind of thing. And Ronaldo's clearly the target because he's now the one that's leaving, and they're trying to put all the blame on Cristiano Ronaldo, like Mourinho, and then that takes the pressure off the club.
Ronaldo's a bit like Mourinho. You know what you're getting from him, but you know he's going to ruffle some feathers. That is literally he's the Ronaldo version. He's the Mourinho version.
Real talk.
You win.
Real talk.
But you win.
But yeah, exactly. You win with an extent
and
of
you
damage.
know how much I love Jose.
Juve couldn't wait to get him out the door. Real Madrid were done with him after he'd done all the success. We're the only
disagree.
When the 08 stint, we were the team that I think, like, I wanted him to stay. Like, I think in 08, like, I really wanted him to stay. CR7 fan Ty's enjoying this. But seriously, like, I feel like he's the Mourinho of football players. Like, you know what you're going to get from him. He does get you goals. He has got that elite mentality, but sometimes it doesn't really work. Actually, the Madrid one, I see someone said it's incorrect. Yeah, probably actually incorrect. That surprised me when he moved. But the recent ones in the last 2 years, there just seems to be ruffles. Like, he done well at Juve, but Biz, you got bare Juve bridgings. You've got bare Juve bridges, and you know that they were like, you were telling me before he come to United that, oh, by the way, my Juve bridgings want Ronaldo out, by the way. This is before even the links.
Okay, let me tell you this. You see Juve last year? Were they more fluid? Did they get more goals? But were they better without Cristiano Ronaldo?
They're dead in general. No, I'm not using Ronaldo.
Exactly. This is why context is very important.
And even if Ronaldo was there, I don't think they're that much better anyway.
No, but
they still ended up
they're better with Ronaldo.
Where Ronaldo was.
They're better with Ronaldo. Look how many. Look, their points dropped without Cristiano Ronaldo this year.
Yeah, but I think
so. This
Serie A dropped. I think Serie A dropped with Milan winning the league.
No, but Juve.
Did Juve win the league? Did Juve win the league with Ronaldo?
They won the first 2 seasons. Third season, Lukaku's Inter Milan won it.
Okay. So what? So he did win the league.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I thought he won 1. Okay. Yeah.
No, he won 2, and then he left the third season. Well, Inter Milan won the third season, and he left, didn't it?
This is what Ronaldo does. This is what Ronaldo does. He causes disputes like this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
this Diabolo.
What about
yes or no? Because it's been, I think the Marcher reported it yesterday, innit?
What? That he got
Yeah,
better when Ronaldo left?
No, about potentially coming to United.
Nah, I don't want him, man. Technically sound in it, but I just feel like, you know, them players like Lautaro Martinez, Alexis Sanchez, Dybala. I just feel like even when they're 27, they're running like they're 35, man. And it's long for me. I just don't like it. I like a mobile forward. I get it. He's nice and technical, the finesse shots. He's like, he can be quite nimble and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like I'd watch Dybala and there'll be times when I'm with Biz watching the games and I'm like, oh my God, he's pissing me off. And I hate that feeling. But he's a free agent. I get it. Do you know what? If someone said in the chat the other day, yesterday with me and Haj. I don't know if he's a free agent or not, but someone said if Morata was a free agent, I'll take Morata over Dybala. I'll put it that way.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes,
no,
I would.
Wouldn't. No.
Oh, why? Why not?
No, man.
Why not? Biz, tell me why not.
No, man. Morata's a fraud, man.
Tell me what, you're taking Dybala over Morata?
Yeah.
Like,
all day long.
I
think silly, bro, man. Morata, nah, man, nah.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I feel
how
like
he's
explain why.
Yeah, explain why.
He's stunk the place out at Chelsea. Bro, he just bouncing from place to place all the time, bro. He's not settled down nowhere. Why?
But he's not a decent. He's not a bad footballer though, Morata.
Yeah, can link up play, can hold it up, and can bring other players in. I don't see Dybala doing that in terms of link up in the Premier League.
Dybala over him, bro. I'll tell you the truth.
Injury record.
Injuries as well. Yeah.
We saw what happened at Chelsea, bro.
Comments are on to me as well, by the way.
Let's not go there, innit? Nah, bum her out.
I said this before, yeah. You see Dybala? This is the typical Ed Woodward signing. That's what I keep saying.
Oh, it would be, man.
I hear you. I understand that.
And I'm like, that's something we need to avoid, kind of thing. If we do get Dybala, for me, it's a panic signing. You lose Ronaldo, then you go panic by Dybala. That's
who you taking, Baines, out of Dybala and Morata?
No one.
No, obviously, I don't want none of them either.
Same.
Yeah, none of us want any of them. But if you had to pick one, Baines, obviously he's going Dybala. I'm going Morata. Who would you take?
Morata, just because he stays more fit.
Fuck you, man, bro.
Look at this guy,
man. This guy ain't done nothing since his first stint at Juventus, bro.
I'll be honest.
The Champions League, he's not done nothing.
Stats in the tunnel's back, baby.
I mean, Biz, we need a body. That's all we need. We just need a body because we know Martial's injured.
Well, let's go and get Benteke, bro. I see somebody in the comments say that. Innit?
he might be better than Martial, innit? Innit, Ty?
Oh yeah. Here we go. What you guys said? Would you not take Broja, by the way?
I think he's going West Ham, innit?
Yeah, I think he's going West Ham.
Oh, okay.
Big up Miles with the super chat. We finished 6th with Ronaldo. We can't do much worse without him next season, to be honest. Especially if Eric Ten Hag is as good as fans have made out.
Miles was spitting on my show yesterday as well, and he said Man United scored 58 goals last season. Ronaldo scored 18 of them, but in that 1920 season or whatever, we scored like 70 something.
No, but this is what I keep saying. Context matters because our players have all regressed, and it's not because of Ronaldo. It's because
same players.
So you're telling me this version of
same players, same manager.
Ty, you're actually an idiot, you know, because you're telling me this Marcus Rashford is the same Marcus Rashford of the last 2 years. Don't give me that rubbish.
Sorry,
a certain player went jail.
I just wanted to wind you up.
Cavani's crap and wasn't available. So they're all regressed. And it's not because of Ronaldo, it's because they're crap.
I'm playing with you, of course.
Ronaldo.
Shut your mouth, Biz. You know
I just had to rattle you for a second.
Another thing as well, Culture Cam's done a brilliant tweet today, you know, because there's a lot of Ollie fanboys here trying to the revisionism around Ronaldo, yeah. Let me see this, Culture Cams.
Yeah, bang it up. What's Jarvis saying as well? Skamaka, Patrick Schick, he signed a new deal and
look at this
as well.
It's a good tweet, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good tweet by Coach Cams. He said, I got no issue with any fan who wants Ronaldo to leave as I hear both sides. However, the notion that United's attack used to be fluid is hilarious. Still couldn't break down low blocks easily. Still relied on counters.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
No, let me
see the low block thing.
Let me finish.
No.
Let me finish.
See the low block thing. Man, need to stop lying about that, bro. Because how many times we were coming back from behind second half against teams who were having low blocks against us? Man, need to stop lying about that. But carry on. Go on.
Look at this guy backing Ollie straight away. Yeah? Say no more.
It's not even that. It's just man will lie, bro. But let's go.
He says,
I like when Biz is like this. I love this Biz.
He said, couldn't break down low blocks easily. Still relied on counters. Still couldn't run games over 90 minutes. Hindsight is wonderful. United had 2 periods of being a decent watch. Ollie's interim period and the first 5 or so games after lockdown. Horrendous every moment after. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. That's the truth.
Wasn't as horrendous as fucking Ragnick, bro.
No, but we know that. But that's we the idea that Ronaldo ruined Ollie's project there is rubbish anyway.
No. I think Ollie's time was run its course. He shouldn't
And you were still backing him during that time.
As much as I liked Ollie, would you say?
You were still backing him.
If the same thing happens with Ten Hag, I'll back Ten Hag.
Yeah,
right to the end,
I said
bro.
this at work. If Ten Hag's 8
what
or
a fan
10,
does. That's what fans
if-
do, yeah. Top Reds, yeah. Come on. Big up all the
If he's
top
8th,
Reds
if
out
Ten
there.
Hag's 8th or 10th, yeah, one thing I said, you know how funny it is? I said this at work, you know. If Ten Hag was 8th or 10th this season, I'm not going to come out there and say he's the wrong appointment. I'll 100% say that he was the right appointment. Ollie, we all know, should never have got the job. However, we did obviously give him the job, and it was exciting to be top in that January period when Eric Bailly made that great challenge against Villa, and then we crumbled Sheffield United, and then it went down from there. But Ollie's time had come to an end. I get it. But still, I can't lie. As much as Cams is spitting some big up Cams, as much as he's spitting some of the truth in terms of, yes, we weren't great to watch, people weren't complaining because we were winning games. Don't sit there and say that back then they're complaining because,
everyone's complaining on Ollie's
with football. Baines, when we're winning, this is what I agree with Cams to an extent, yeah, because I agree, like it makes sense.
Revisionism around Ollie.
It does not. No. Listen, right, Baines, you're telling me you were sitting there complaining when we're winning games and scoring 3 or 4 a game.
Under Ollie, everyone was complaining.
No, I'm on about what he said. So Cams is saying, after lockdown, we went on that run.
No,
with Matic, Bruno, and Pogba.
You missed it. You missed it. He said other than those 2 points. But the rest of Ollie's time at the club was still very, very poor in terms of our style of football and attacking football. It went fluid.
But I'll be honest with you, Cam's ain't saying anything that no one knows. That's spitting the obvious. So
you're disagreeing with it because you lot think we're more fluid without Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, who said that?
You.
No, that's what I said. I thought would happen last season. I said it didn't happen because we had a poorer Sancho. Well, not poor Sancho. We had a hard Sancho for the first season. We had a poor Martial and poor Rashford. I wanted to see the idea, but the idea didn't work because the other players had all regressed, like you said. But what Cams has just stated is that, yeah, we were good after lockdown and we're good in his interim spell. Us three could have sat there and agreed with that. He's not stating anything that no one's disagreed with. If anyone's out there saying that we were playing fluid football and we were playing great football, then I'm sorry, they're delusional themselves. So what Cams
why were you backing Ollie then?
Obvious. What?
Why were you still backing Ollie then?
Because he'd finished second in that season, and I feel like he should be given that time and that chance to see what he could do the next season. I know that the football weren't sustainable.
He's getting angry now.
No,
I will return to YouTube. Make sure you guys like the video as well.
Yeah, make sure you like the video and subscribe to Trafford Tunnel as well. I never a foul people. Make sure
you
get
likes
10K. But it's true, like at the end of the day, I was there when we finished second to say, let's see what happens. I weren't going to say Ollie's going to get a new deal or anything like that. I said I would assess in December. We got to December and we knew what happened. It was done. But yeah, I didn't mind Ollie in the job. It's not like I was like, do you know what? I absolutely hate him. At the end of the day, we were top in February, and then 3 months later, obviously become second. But still, I don't care if people say it's about winning. Mourinho played shit football, but if he had won the league playing shit football like that, no one would have moaned.
Yeah, but Ollie didn't win the league.
I know it, nor did Mourinho. But do you know what I mean? When we finished second and everything, and people thinking, that was all right and stuff like that. So
people were still complaining under Jose though.
Yeah, they were, and so was I. I hated Jose. I hated Jose more than I did Ollie, probably, if I'm honest. I did.
Howler. I don't care what you say. That's a howler.
I don't like Jose, man. I don't know if it's personal.
I don't care. Jose still had pedigree though. You still trusted the guy a lot more than
when he got the job. When he got the job, I knew it was a disaster from the off. I didn't think
the first season he still won 2 trophies though.
Yeah, he did. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I didn't know Ty was an Ollie sympathizer as well. You know.
No, I'm not an Ollie sympathizer. His time was ready to go. He was ready to go. But I'm telling you now, like in terms of Ronaldo in the future here, back to the Ronaldo talk, like. You know, I don't get it. No, I don't like vibes over trophies. You know I don't.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The people are just so left and right, bro. Come on, man.
No, I can't lie. I'll be honest. I'm rattling you, though, but that was a howler, though. Hey, someone told me how many likes were on as well, because make sure you guys like the video. And someone said, Baines, will we finish lower than 6 when Ronaldo goes and isn't replaced? Who isn't replaced? I think we could finish 6th if he isn't replaced.
I really like Miles, man. He pressures people. I like it.
I'll be honest. I said this. My prediction, no matter what, with Cristiano Ronaldo, without Cristiano Ronaldo, is 5th. I think Like that's the way I look at it, because I think there's 4 better managers, 4 better teams in it.
I think it's hard to say when we don't know what the setup's going to be yet. Until we watch the first couple of preseason games, then we can really evaluate and see what position we're going to be in, with or without Ronaldo, innit? But yeah, I can't really say just yet. Obviously, off the back of end of last season, possibly 6th or 7th, innit? It could get worse. But yeah, until we get
no. You see this, so he doesn't need to be replaced. No, trust me, he still needs to be replaced. He still needs to be replaced. We cannot be going into next season as Martial as the only recognized number 9. We just can't. Now, this ain't on Ten Hag. This is on the club. The club better get a Ten Hag striker, because this is unfair. How can you tell me Ten Hag goes into next season with 1 recognized number 9, and that's Martial, who's injury prone and has 5 league goals in the last 2 years? We are setting Ten Hag up for a disaster then. Whether you think Martial will be good or not, we have Champions League, Europa League football, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, and you want 1 recognized number 9 for that. Come on, man. We still need a striker.
Yeah, we would. Well, versatile forward.
Yeah.
What would you say, Biz, on that?
What's that?
Getting someone else in, obviously, if Ronaldo goes.
Yeah. No, we have to. There's no way we can go in just on Martial. Just obviously, he hasn't been on the best of form in the last couple of years, and plus injury record as well. So, like, literally, we're going to have to force someone to be a false 9 or one of our midfielders to go up top, and we haven't really got that. And unless Charlie McNeil, one of the youngers,
no, but you see this.
Hugill, it's not going to work, is it? So
like, we're relying too much on these lot. And I said it, strikers for me, one of the hardest positions to break for, innit? As an academy kid, because you're relying on them so much. And let's be honest, people say it, putting the ball in the back of the net is the hardest thing in football.
I don't think Man United have really had a real striker come out of the youth system. I mean, you could say number 11, but he hasn't really led the line proper. Rashford, if you're going back to probably like someone like a Mark Hughes, United haven't really...
Old school.
Yeah. No, but I'm being serious though. If you actually look at it...
Old man isn't that?
No one's come through the system, innit? That's actually led the line, innit? And like you said, it's one of the hardest positions to come through, innit? As a youth, man. So yeah, I don't see none of the youngers getting any. Well, they might get sporadic minutes, innit? But I don't see them being a starter. But we need to replace Ronaldo if he is going to be leaving.
Big up Hakimi as well. He said CR7 a goal, but CR7 out. Rip the bandage off. Reset Isaac.
Not Isaac, man. He had a poor season last year. Do you know what? For me, yeah, I know that it's quite spoken about a lot, and I know he's linked to PSG. But I'll be honest, I would go for someone like Scamacca, just because I feel like what Manchester United need right now and what there is available in the market right now, other than Lewandowski, you've got players that are not guaranteed starters and probably happy to rotate. So you probably got Memphis at 20 million. You probably got some Scamacca at 40 million. Osherman ain't going to come because he's big money. Jonathan David, I don't think is good enough. You got Richarlison, the versatile forward, is already gone. Belotti, Dybala, I don't want. So I think in terms of like someone that can strike a ball well, someone that is tall, can hold up the play, can bring others in, and can still get in behind a bit. Scamacca for me is that type of forward. The only reservation I have with Scamacca, and I know, yeah, like I said, he's linked to PSG, is that a lot of Italian forwards, when they have come to the Premier League, have not always done well. Like Biz, you're a bit older than me. You've seen plenty of big boy Italian ballers coming in from Serie A, and it's not quite worked out. So that would be my reservation. I'm not saying it would be the same for Scamacca, but it could potentially be that way. But right now, we discussed it, babe. No. I watched him live against Argentina, subbed at half-time. Awful.
You know what I think it is, yeah? I feel like if we do lose Cristiano Ronaldo and we do sign a striker, which I still ain't confident in, it's going to be like a stopgap striker kind of thing, isn't it? Like maybe a striker that's here for a year or two. That's what I think.
You take Lewandowski then for 2 years.
Oh, Lewandowski, 100%. But I know that's never going to happen kind of thing, isn't it? He obviously has his heart set on it.
I would never say never with us.
Nah, man. I think that's Barca.
That's like another Ed Woodward type of signing, though,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is.
But it's kind of like we need it. And I keep saying this, the striker market's poor kind of thing, isn't it? The striker market's poor. And someone says, Statman, shouldn't Cristiano have communicated this earlier when more strikers are available? I hear this. And I agree, but it depends when you communicate it. Because we obviously find out a lot later than obviously the club finds out and stuff, innit? And let's be honest, we know with United, he could have communicated at the start of the window. United probably still don't have a plan, kind of thing. Innit? We know us.
Do you
Like, I
think?
still don't trust his club.
Do you know
Signing a
what?
striker.
Do you not think that? Like I was saying to Had yesterday, see how all this is coming out, because I know there was little ripples in January. Like, if we don't get top 4, Ronaldo's basically going to want to leave. Do you think there should have been like an agreement in place pre-hand? It's like, right, if we don't get top 4, because we know when Ronaldo's not here to play Europa League. He's never played it in his life. The bottom line is Ronaldo wants to play the Champions League and he wants to be competing for trophies. If we sign Varane, Sancho and Ronaldo and we finish wherever we finished in the league, obviously the year before, in terms of him at the end of this season, do you think there should have been a clause in place that, right, okay, if we don't get Ronaldo, if we don't get top 4, 100%. Ronaldo should have gone, and in that way it would have been dealt with amicably. He would have been gone already. Actually, it wouldn't even be a July thing where we got preseason and Ten Hag doesn't know if he's flying on Friday. I'm sorry about his personal issue, obviously whatever's going on, but the truth is right now we don't know if he's flying.
There is a personal issue, by the way. That's a fact. People think it's about the transfer. It's not. He actually has a personal issue.
Don't you think, though, what I'm saying should have been right? There should have been a clause, and it's like, we don't get top 4, you could go for this, or this. You know,
that's on the club, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, this is what I say. You know who you're signing. The club should know the type of character Cristiano Ronaldo is, and like he's like the rest of his team. You've worked with George Mendes before. Why are you surprised that Ronaldo wants to leave as a club? That's what I'm saying. Like, if this, like you're saying, there should have been a clause. This should be on the club then. So let's see, Let's see.
What about that?
And this, I agree.
Yeah. I was just going to 100%. I was got Biz for because Biz was the one who was telling me and you that he wanted Nunes. I was about to say, get up the Miles comment. Biz, what do you think about this now?
Yeah,
you've been running the Nunes thing.
It's a massive miss out, isn't it? But it is what it is. You know what? It's the money as well, though, isn't it? Like, could we afford to really get him in and have him be a flop at that price? I think Liverpool can afford to take the risk in it, but I don't think we could, man. I know we're desperate at the time, but it is what it is with that one, isn't it? This ship sailed on that one. But I am gutted we missed out, but 80 million's a lot of peas, bro.
I think it's 65 with add-ons, isn't it?
Yeah.
I take that right now.
More or less.
Like,
if you're gonna pay 65, I'll go and get Lautaro Martinez. I know you're not feeling him, but that's that.
No, but the thing is, I wasn't feeling Darwin Núñez before, kind of thing. But it's kind of like the striker mark is poor. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah,
it's kind of like you kind of just have to take that.
Yeah, there's not many options out there, man. We might have to just get a loan for the season, man.
Because you know what I was thinking, like, okay, you want to put your full faith in Anthony Martial now, yeah? Why not go with someone like, you know, Benjamin, that Sesko guy from Red Bull Salzburg, the young striker? I think he's 18. He has a very, very, like, he's a big prospect kind of thing, isn't it? Or go get that Charles De Cataleri guy from Club Brugge, because obviously he can play across the front line as well, isn't it? Just someone.
I like. You know what? I see that apparently Leeds are going to be bid for him. That Charles,
and AC Milan, AC Milan.
I like him.
So that just shows the ceiling he has, and it's kind of like, okay, we have a training ground coach in Ten Hag. He's not going to be guaranteed starting straight away. He's obviously going to be playing in the Europa League, but he can grow with the project. And obviously, these players have like high ceiling. So those will be like the sort of signings I'll be looking at now, innit? Because I said this, I don't think we get top 4, even with Ronaldo. So I feel like we have to be a bit more clever in the market with these sort of young strikers that you never know. Next year it could be worth 40, 50, 60, 70 million pounds. Kind of like early on the Darwin Núñez thing, even though Darwin Núñez weren't really putting up numbers like that.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Would you take Zapata on like a year deal?
Oh, do you know what, Biz? He's older than I thought, you know.
He's like 32, isn't it?
I didn't know that. Yeah. I was like, wow. Do you know what? I hear it, but I thought he'd be the type that Newcastle could take a punt on for maybe a year or two. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because
I just remember because he was available in January, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's still available.
And he bullied us a little bit in them Champions League games.
Yeah.
You could see what he could do. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. How Biz was always talking about Núñez, and I get it. Like, in terms of the fee and the money we would have spent, it would have probably slashed our budget, and we probably wouldn't have got Martinez potentially or De Jong potentially. So Biz is spitting facts, even though it would be nice to have Núñez. I think the one that grates me now, you know, is Julian Alvarez. If I had to pick out one, I just feel like the way we've spent the money on Malacia. So we got to put it this way: Malacia's 15 million, Eriksen's on a free. So really, like I said earlier, we spent 15 million of a budget that we've got, which is probably 150 million or whatever, yeah? If we look at Julian Alvarez, Man City have bought him and we know that they've got Erling Haaland, but they're being clever. They know that Sterling might go. They know that Jesus is gone now. They've literally bought in Haaland and Alvarez, a multifunctional forward in Alvarez that can drift in off the right, drift in off the left, scores all different types of goals. That's the type of move that we were linked with in January. And now imagine we did get him over the line. Because I remember people were like, oh, I don't know, we should sign him because is he going to play and all this stuff. If we'd had Alvarez right now, we'd have Alvarez, Martial, Rashford, Sancho, Elanga, Van der Beek, Bruno. Like, it sits a bit more comfy. And I'm not trying to say that, you know, Alvarez is going to come in and be the be-all and end-all and absolutely save the club, right? But just have that additional option of someone that's proven in Argentina. I know people might say the league shit. Well, what? Is the Argentina league much worse than the Portuguese and French league where we're buying these players from? No. So he's an Argentinian international, 21, around the right caliber of players mentally. I just feel like at 20 million or whatever it was, 25 million, we've missed a trick. I really do think we've missed a trick. And that's the one that's great.
For example, Julian Alvarez, that's what I look at as like someone like Benjamin Sesko and that Charles de Cataleria kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
Like those.
Yeah.
Like
I look at him as a bit more of a number 9, though, Alvarez, rather than Charles who can play out left and on the right.
Yeah, but it's kind of like you like when I say that, I mean like you have to get them now kind of thing. Before the price is obviously mad. And a big Hakeem again with the super chat. He said Ivan Nielsen. Anyone watched him?
Evan Nielsen. He's the Porto
guy, innit? Got 14
goals. They always get these random players.
Have you watched much of him?
I haven't, you know. I just think he looks like one of them. He just looks like one of them sort of he's not very quick apparently, but he knows where the goal is. Do you know what I mean? But I haven't watched enough of him, so I can't comment. Like,
but I think does he not play in that too up top with that
Mehdi Taremi?
Yeah, that guy.
And apparently Taremi's actually I saw someone big up Mina MUSC. I was chatting to her. She's a girl that does like content as well on the goal.
I'll listen Mina pushing it.
Yeah, and she was saying that if I as a Man United fan, she was like, if we've got 30 million, I'd go out and get someone like Mehdi Taremi from Porto. Look at the standard.
He's on the bit of the older side, though, isn't it?
We're begging it, man.
We're talking about Mehdi Taremi.
We're begging it, man. We're begging it, man.
I listen, you lot as well. We should be on a minimum of 100 likes. You know, there's over 139 of you lot.
Yo,
135.
Is there?
Run up the likes, people.
So you lot make sure you guys like the video, because otherwise I'll go back to Twitch. No, I'm joking.
Nah. You're not going
you have to make the friends in it.
Wait, Statman, pause. I'm doing it for you. No, everyone, we're pausing the show for 5 seconds. Moment of silence, please. If your like and your thumb button right now is white, make that black. Tap it. It's free of charge. You're supporting Statman. We're back on YouTube for 2022, 2023. You lot are witnessing greatness right now. This is the first era and the first show of Ten Hag greatness. Please like, please subscribe, and also subscribe to Trafford Tunnel, the blue link below. Baines is on our channel weekly. We're going to be talking next week about the Liverpool preseason game because Baines is away, and also Never a Foul as well. That's my generic football channel. So people, support Baines, support us, and you guys in the comments, we love you all. So yeah.
And this FPL content thing, there will probably be FPL content because I think the game launched today, innit? So I want to have a little play around.
I'm trying to stay over to the last
8.5 million.
We've got to get Biz on it. Biz does the Sun. Biz does the Sun. No.
Come on, Biz.
Come on, bro.
I know. Biz put it in.
But big up Anonymous for liking the video.
You know, you won the league, Biz. I'll give you that. You got to step. Now you're stepping into the Champions League now.
I'm promoted now, yeah.
Let's touch on Malacia because Malacia confirmed today, which is a first signing, isn't it? Positive. What do you think about that?
Was it me and
perfect timing?
Saying before, Ty, you watched the interview?
Big up Emmanuel.
No, Baines, you can't play the interview on it, can you?
Nah.
Oh, I need to. Baines, I'll watch it after this. Have you watched it?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. We were saying before, but none of us have watched it yet. So
I got home from work and jumped on.
See what he's saying. I heard he mentioned something about Van Persie, though.
I saw just before we went on air, I think Van Persie sent a little clip or something, innit?
Okay.
So, but big up Emmanuel with a super chat. He said, can't believe you, man, haven't spoken about Malacia. Perfect timing with that super chat, perfect timing. But yeah, Malacia, positives. And I'll be honest here, I've seen people complain, we're buying a squad player and stuff. I'll be honest. I think people are going to be surprised, I feel like maybe at the start, Luke Shaw will still be the starter, but as the season goes on, if Malacia performs and Ten Hag already likes him and Ten Hag knows his ceiling, like people shouldn't be surprised if he starts. And all they say is like, what, he's 22, I think, 22, 23. These are sort of the plays that, let's be honest, are easy to coach and managers will like them just because they're improvable kind of thing, innit? And this is what his first big contract, really, innit? First big team. And you know who this guy's played over 100 games in the Eredivisie already, I think, or for final.
Ooh,
At
when
his
they're
age.
22, so he's been
Yeah,
like
I
a
think-
Declan Rice where they've got experience in terms of
Yeah,
like Rice has played 100 games or whatever plus already.
I think it was 130 something. He played for finals. In
Did you
total.
know what? What does that scream to me
a
already?
lot.
Something that we haven't had in our defense. Non-injuries, availability. If you're playing 100 plus games already, 130 games, I think I looked last year, Malacia had only missed a few games in the league the whole season. He actually was pretty fit. And when I look at him,
Played 32 games, 32 starts.
32 games, there you go. Like,
And what about in Europe? What's his stats in Europe like?
In Europe, let me check. He played 11 games in the Conference League. So basically every single one, innit?
Yeah,
bro, that's exactly what you want. And he's got energy, tenacious, up and down. He's got a great driven cross. Like, we just need people that are available. How many times were we getting injuries or suspensions? And it was just annoying that we were thinking, what team are we going to play? And at the end of the day, I just feel like at 13, 40 million, this can't go wrong, because the bottom line is for me, is if he does flop, I'm going to put the worst case out there. I said it, I think, with Baines last week on my channel, If he does flop, there's resale value. It's not like we signed him for 25, 30 million and we're going to sell him for 10. Look at Daniel James. He came in for 15 million, didn't quite hit the heights we wanted, done okay in some games, fixture proof, you could say, Man City away and stuff like that, when we killed them at Etihad. But in regards to, obviously, Daniel James, he went to Leeds for 25 million and we got a profit out of him. Malacia is one of them players that if he doesn't work out, we still will have resale value because teams in Europe would want him. The best case is that he's 22, sorry. He's going to be energetic. He's going to understand, Ten Hag's football. He's going to be good on the ball. Like, if anything, Luke Shaw's been so comfortable for long enough now that Alex Telles was meant to increase his level. We saw that Shaw's level went up when Telles arrived, but Telles didn't really show anything to dispose him. Now, I feel like if Malacia comes in and starts, I'm actually cool. I was just saying Malacia on Trafford Tunnel, that if Malacia is starting, I'm not worried about Mahrez or Sterling or Pulisic or anyone going up or even Salah going up against him one-on-one. I'm like, this guy is quick. He's strong. I feel like he can actually hold himself. And I feel confident that I've got a defender now that can do himself 1v1 justice and do himself going forward. And for 50 million, he's only going to get better at 22. He's willing to learn. We're signing someone that wants to learn. He's not won everything. He's not coming in for a payday. He wants to make himself better. He wants to improve. Ten Hag wants to improve him. Tick, 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 tick. For me, Malacia at 15 million is a type of deal Manchester United should have been doing a long time ago. The perfect example. Andy Robertson went to Liverpool from Hull for 8 million. Some people laughed. Who's laughing now? Liverpool Football Club. Malacia, I'm not saying he's going to hit the heights of Robertson, but if you look at the stats and the way he plays, and I'm not really into my stats, there is room to be positive about Malacia. I liked what I seen. I watched the Europa League conference final against Roma, and I was like, do you know what? There is something in this kid. He's like a left-back Lamptey, but a better on the ball, I'd say.
Big up Hakeem. He said, Shaw era needs to end. I hate him more than Maguire. I don't hate him more than Maguire, but it's kind of like he needs to improve. And someone said here, I'm not going to lie, I'm sick of buying someone to make Shaw play better. He's been long enough. We need to be...
He might not be a backup.
Yeah. But let's be real, though. Luke Shaw will be starting.
No, the way I look, like, the thing is, I think people normally say in terms of the Luke Shaw Telles thing, is kind of like, how comes we want to dismiss Telles straight away and give Luke Shaw another chance? I don't think anyone's giving Luke Shaw another chance. It's kind of like we've seen Alex Telles play football, if that makes sense. He's clearly not nowhere near as good as Shaw kind of thing. And that's why I think everyone's kind of like, yeah, you know what, Shaw? You're gonna play kind of thing, innit? You're gonna be in the squad next year, and Telles is gonna be the one leaving. Which, in my eyes, needs to happen, because I've said it, I don't think Telles is good enough. And I'm not saying Luke Shaw's good enough, by the way, but I'm just saying Telles is even worse in my eyes.
Do you think Malacia, like, will start off in Europa League games? Because Jarvis there, big up Jarvis, he knows his ball is off. I think he's 6'7". Malacia is great offensively, but his defensive stats worry me, but hopefully he'll adapt. I think it'll be interesting, Jarvis, because when you look at Feyenoord, obviously they're quite a top team in the Dutch league, and they probably attack a lot of teams, and, they play high up the pitch. Manchester United are not like one of the top teams you could say in England right now. So I don't know if because he's so high up the pitch and they're dominating the ball, if he probably gets exposed a bit at the back because teams are like, it's like Trent. Obviously, people know that defensively he's not great, but Liverpool are so always high up the pitch that people play it over the top. Whereas Liverpool are a team that's sat deep, he wouldn't get exposed as much. So I don't know if Styles might hopefully help Malacia 1v1 and in the defensive setting, but we'll see.
I think the last time I checked, I think Malacia averages like over 70 to 80 touches per game kind of thing, isn't it?
A lot.
That's what Trent, Robertson, the attacking fullbacks really expected, having it, which is a positive in terms of that adaptation period, in terms of how we want to see Ten Hag play a possession-based game. So I think that's a positive in terms of.
And he's progressive passing, like something like 80 to 90%.
Yeah, like it's not too bad. And we spoke about it before in terms of the low crosses. Delivery is very, very good. And say we do lose Cristiano Ronaldo, the low crosses can only benefit us if we don't have like a physical presence and an aerial presence up top. For someone like Bruno and Martial.
I'm confident, man. I'm confident in Malacia kid, man. I feel like he's definitely going to push sure.
What are you saying on De Jong? That's kind of dragging on now. I can't lie. And now I'm kind of getting frustrated with the De Jong situation, innit? Because I think now it's kind of like the same thing in terms of the add-ons are the problem.
I do think Barcelona are just trying to try and get as much as they can out of it now. So they're going to try and drag it on. I do feel like it's going to happen, but I would have liked it to have happened so he can come on tour the preseason, but I don't feel like he's going to be part of the preseason tour until the players are back in Europe. And I feel like that's when it will probably be it will get done over the line. But it is annoying, but it's just the way Man United do things, isn't it? The transfer window.
Would you be vexed, Biz? Would you be vexed, Biz? Yeah, as much as like you love United and obviously you want to always be positive, yeah. If we wasted all this time and the De Jong deal didn't get done, would you actually be like, would you actually be like, do you know what? I'm pissed off. We fucked up. So about my friend.
I would be annoyed, but at the same time, like let's be honest, in it going into the summer, none of us had Frankie De Jong on our list as a midfield option. Like,
nah, Biz.
Nah, let's be honest.
But after you spend the entire summer, you're going to be furious at the club.
No,
I will criticize John Melton a lot if they mess this up now.
I understand that, bro, innit? But let's be real, innit? Like he was never on none of our list, innit? So like, if like
a point,
no, but he wasn't on our list, but he's on the club list though. Ten Hag wanted him as a priority signing, and if we don't get him, we fail.
Yeah, but I feel like we've only found out about that recently. It's not.
Yeah, I know, but you judge like what we want as a fan don't matter. It's what the club wants. It's what Ten Hag wants.
I'm not saying like Biz. I agree with both logics basically. I see what Biz's angle's trying to come with. Not that people might not. I hear the logic what he's trying to come with though. But what is Biz? But basically, actually, answer my question, Biz. You saying you wouldn't be vexed?
Nah, you know, like you're hearing these rumors now. Like people are trying to say Neymar coming in for Ronaldo. Say for instance, like from now till the big, like right to the transfer window, we're hearing these news about Neymar potentially fucking coming in for Ronaldo, and it's getting there. It's advanced talks, all this, and then we miss out on him. I'm not going to be that vexed because he wasn't priority. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Frankie De Jong, all right, cool. The midfield area is priority, but him as an individual, I don't feel like none of us were really wanted him. Like, him coming in now.
You felt it was the more Neves, we saw McGinn's.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying.
I hear it. I hear people in the comments are hearing actually what you're saying. Even I think I see a comment. I was actually looking at him. I know Statman's laughing, but I still give him his props. Hakeem says, I usually disagree with Biz, but no one expected De Jong. I'm thinking John McGinn. See, and then Neves is. It was them type of players, Baines, that we were all here sitting here thinking. Like, we've got to be real.
No, I hear that. I hear that. But after the club have now spent, 2 months working on this deal,
now
for it to not happen,
I understand
you are going to be furious. There's no excuses. I don't care if people expected De Jong or not.
Yeah.
The club expected De Jong. Which is why you have
Let's
to be angry
real,
at them.
but you sort of say, Statman, we were doing the Youth Cup final when that news broke. How gassed were we in it? Like, listen, he was not anywhere near our criteria player that we were going to look for. There's no way, but we were thinking Frankie De Jong's going to come to Man United.
Biz, I hear that.
Had our worst season ever.
Biz, I hear that, yeah, but the club thought they could get De Jong. So the fact that the club would have wasted 2 months, you're going to be angry. The club thought they could get De Jong. We as fans thought we were going to get Jong because the club been working on it for 2 months. You are going to be furious at the club no matter what.
Yeah.
I will be on John Mel if we don't get Jong back.
I'll
Like,
be
don't
vexed.
get that wrong. I'll be on
Because I
him.
know that means who the hell is gonna come in if we don't get him either. Like,
Hmm.
are you pissed off, Baze? You know what? Yeah, like, are you not pissed off now that basically the fees agreed and then we're quabbling over that add-ons?
It might be Barca though, innit?
I think it's
This is
Barca.
the thing we don't know, and this is why I'm done with it. Like, do you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. You know when the long signs, my excitement's gone. The joy, like I feel, I don't know. I might say that a lot now, but yeah. And then he's holding up the shirt, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? I feel
To
like
tell you the
it's
truth,
dragging,
I'm not
man.
gonna be excited until I see him play. And when I
Yeah.
see him play, and I'll be like, all
That's
right,
it.
cool. He's
When I
here
see him
now. Do
play,
you get
not
me?
even holding the shirt, play, yeah.
Yeah. Until he
Like,
plays.
babe, surely you're the same. Like, it's just getting a bit jarring now. Like, just get it done.
It's still De Jong though, innit? No, don't get me wrong. He's annoying me, but it's still at the end of the day, it's like it's De Jong. Like we are getting one of the best midfielders potentially in world football, innit?
Yeah.
And someone said this is what Pereira has accepted. Fulham's offer will be sold by Manchester United. Fulham will pay 9 million euros and maybe 3 million bonuses.
There you go. Slap that on the add-ons.
Wow.
Listen, I'm calm with that. Pereira gone, getting what, 10, 12 or 10, 11 million pounds? I'm taking that, man. I think that's a great business.
It works about 10 million, probably 9 million.
I see Fulham bolstering up their midfielder, Pereira and that Paulina from Sporting Lisbon as well.
Yeah, have they got that done? Is that confirmed, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that got confirmed yesterday, innit?
Yeah, now Fulham don't want to go down 3 times in a row now.
We got 11.
Hey, big up.
11 knows. 11 knows. You know, Ty.
Big up my guy 11, man. I don't worry, 11. Your Martial tops in the post, baby.
And make sure you guys keep liking the video. How many likes are we on?
Let me refresh this. Let me have a look. Let me have a little look.
102 likes. Make sure you guys keep liking it.
Yes, we hit 100. Love that. 120 still watching, by the way, as well.
So we need more likes. The next thing, Eriksen. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Eriksen. Deal agreed. He's coming Manchester United. How do you feel?
Do you know what? Finally, do you know what, Bruno? I like what you've done. I am not going to come here and slate you like some man do, that you can't play football, you can't do this and that. I get it. Like, you have flaws in your game. But now we've got someone that is the opposite, can retain the ball, can create, is tidy, can be good in pockets. Bruno will be effective for some games, right, people? You got to hear me. Bruno will be effective for some games. It's not Bruno's just not going to start and everyone's like, yeah, drop him for Eriksen. There's some games Bruno will be effective, and there's some games that Eriksen will be effective. For me, what Manchester United have always had is depth. I always go back to the 08 window. We were winning then. We had Fletcher, we had Scholes, we had Carrick, we had Giggs playing central midfield. We then go and add Anderson. We had Nani to a Ronaldo and, a Tevez and Rooney forward line, but they still played. They still made a difference. Eriksen, for me, at 30, is a shrewd purchase. A free deal, 3-year deal as well as being free. And he has quality to the final third. And I think what it does again is, one, you've got, Van der Beek there. You've got Eriksen. You've got players like Malacia now that understand maybe the way Ten Hag wants to play. He can then help and coach the younger players. Because Eriksen, don't get it twisted. He's a very respectable and he speaks well. He's respected in the game. He knows how to help youngers, yeah? And on the other side, you then got Bruno, that people know that he had a poor season last year. He has to up the levels. When we were talking about Bruno getting dropped last year, we're all cool for it. But then when we're looking at who's coming in and we're looking at Jesse Lingard, let's be honest, bang average. Yes, Lingard, you can run and stretch your legs. I get it. But you're bang average. I'm not looking at Lingard coming in for Bruno for me. Now we're looking at Eriksen. That's the depth and quality we need to, win games. It can make a difference. We've now got 5 subs as well. Eriksen's going to play games, and I think it's a perfect opportunity with Europa League and Premier League. I'm all for it, man.
People are dismissing Bruno straight away. Because I'll be honest, the way I look at it, I think people are doing too much with Bruno. I'm not saying.
What do you think people are gunning him too much?
And I'm not saying I'm Bruno's biggest fan. It's kind of like people are just like, oh yeah, Bruno, bang, bench straight away.
Thank you, Baines.
I'm just like,
someone with some sense, man.
I'm just like, you do realize, like, say what you want about Bruno, he's still a decent player.
Yeah.
You get me?
He's still a decent player. And when people say, Eriksen starts now, competition for places. What we wanted for a manager, like Ten Hag, for example, any manager is kind of like, whoever performs plays. You want players performing on merit. Sometimes Bruno will need a rest. Eriksen
is
can
it.
come in, and vice versa. And it's kind of like it gives us another option. Obviously, Eriksen can play out wide. I saw your show yesterday with Harge as well. When Harge said Bruno, he liked Bruno out wide. I think he played against Brentford out wide, didn't it? And
Yeah.
Harge said he liked that performance. So that's a
Mhm.
potential, what do you call it, area or an idea that Ten Hag can explore.
Mhm. And go actually. I'll let Biz run. I'll come back to myself
They
after.
got Mimi as well.
Yeah, no, do you know what? You see with the Eriksen thing, bruv, like, I don't even think he's going to start many games in it. But obviously, like you said, he's there for competition. And it's all good as well, isn't it? Because obviously it makes Bruno like work off his toes now, isn't it? Like he knows that like he's not solidified to start every single game. So he's going to wake and work even harder, isn't it? And we know he's a hard-working player anyway. But yeah, the option of having Bruno out wide or even Eriksen out wide, I like that. Obviously, they both can fucking integrate both like as a 10, potentially as an 8 as well. But the only thing that worries me about Eriksen is his health, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I am so worried about his health, man. Like I know obviously he come back and he was amazing for Brentford last season, but it's a lot, bro. I don't know, like that's why I'd rather him be sporadic player in it, like be in and out the team. I don't want him to be starting week in week out because, oh, let's be real, in it, like you're playing with a pacemaker, in it, like. I feel like there's only so much intense, like obviously I know, in it, like they wouldn't let him play football in it if it was that deep, but it's still going to be something that we'll have to look at, in it.
Why do Biz? Why can I just like you said Eriksen, you don't see him starting many games. Why? Because you know why? Yeah, like for me, we lost to Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. We lost to West Ham in the Carabao Cup early, and we rotated and was always looking at the team when we rotated, like the lack of quality and stuff like that. Me and you were talking with Marcel. Do you remember when we were looking at the fixtures? We were talking about 7 games in October. Like, surely this is the perfect time to have that depth because we flopped in the domestic cup competitions last year. We want to go further. Ten Hag will want players that know his game, and if we rotate now, we've got quality depth rather than we're just throwing like.
He will definitely get minutes, bro. But I don't feel like he's going to be like starting every other game.
No one's going to be starting every game, Biz.
No, but if you like, all right. So let's say from now till October, until obviously the players break up for the World Cup, I do think Bruno will start 80% of those games. Let's get it real. He will start 80% of those games.
Yeah, I hear you. I think it's intriguing though.
This is where I'm saying with like, and obviously if we get De Jong as well, we're gonna have obviously like McTominay, Fred, potentially James Garner about. This is what I'm saying. Like, is Donny as well? I don't know if Eriksen's going to get that much minutes as much as we think.
What do you think about Donny?
And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with him to just come in and just work in as a squad player for now. And I feel like he's a very good squad player to have as well.
What do you think about Donny? Because Jarvis said he's like we forgot about Donny van der Beek. Where does he fit in Ten Hag's plans?
That's a tough one, you know.
It's a great question.
I think it's just the competition.
It's kind of like the forgotten man, but we're all forgetting that he was one of the most integral for Ten Hag. Do you get what I mean? It's like he's flopped for us, but now he's got the manager was getting him scoring at Bernabeu, scoring at Juve, scoring at Spurs, scoring at Chelsea, playing as a number 10, or if not even sometimes when you look at it, a false 9. He used to drop in up front when like man used to drop in.
Did he even play as a 6 a couple of times as well in that Champions League run? I wouldn't be surprised to see him and De Jong side by side, bro.
In a pivot.
Nah, man.
Yeah, I know it's dangerous.
I'm dismissing that idea straight away.
I know it's dangerous, but I wouldn't be surprised though.
I think our midfield gets destroyed if we do that.
Yeah, I think he gets.
And I keep saying this, and I think I said it on the show with Rans yesterday. I think our midfield 3 for the first game of the season is going to be McTominay, De Jong, and Bruno. You laugh, but
you're right.
Ten Hag spoke about the physicality thing.
Oh my God, it's going to be a painful 45 minutes. That
no, but it's kind of like how much change are we expecting straight away?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I was buzzing for the season until this.
No, but you have to be real though. Like,
I know, but McTominay over
this
Fred as well. You think McTominay plays over Fred as well?
McTominay McTominay just starts, man. Like I don't know what it is with him.
Oh my God!
No, but he's high. I'm not saying that's what I would go with, innit? That's just my first initial opinion going into the start of the season, what Ten Hag will play. Like, this is what I say. Like, if Ten Hag does do that, don't be mad.
You see for next week, You see for next week, Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Donny start that game.
Donny?
He's done a full pre-season.
I don't think it matters who starts.
That game.
I don't think it matters who starts. It's pre-season. Like,
well, no, but it's the first game. It's the first team sheet.
I don't think it matters.
It's the first team sheet.
Nah, first season. I think everyone's gonna be looking forward to that lineup, Baines.
No, but I don't think the first. Like, I don't look at pre-season and say team lineups matter. And towards the end.
Okay. I think it does. I don't think it matters in terms of maybe the team we pick for the Liverpool game might be not the team we pick for Melbourne or Palace or Villa, whoever we got. But I tell you what will be key for me is where he uses the players. So if Van der Beek, like Biz is saying, starts in a pivot, I'll be like, interesting. He's experimenting in a pivot because what you've got to look at Manchester United for me, people. Yeah, make sure you're liking the video, by the way, subscribing down below. Where I look at it with Manchester United, is we're not Manchester City or Liverpool where we know where their players play. We know that we've won things. This is a pre-season, like I said to you, back in the Van Gaal era, where he's kind of like playing players and experimenting because he knows that he's coming into a job where we need to perform, we need to impress. He needs to come in and stamp his claim down. And it's not like a muck about pre-season where if Pep's playing Sterling in number 10, we know that, okay, we'll come the first game of the season, he's not playing there. For me, if Martial's playing out on the left and he's playing there 3 games out of the 4 he plays in the pre-season, I'm thinking, okay, he sees Martial as a left winger. If Rashford plays up top in the first 3 games, I'm like, what? Is he see Rashford as a striker? So these games do matter.
No, I hear that bit, but what I'm trying to say in this scenario is, I don't think even if Donny van der Beek comes on in the second half, is really going to say that Ten Hag don't see Donny van der Beek as a starter kind of thing, innit? I don't think it matters.
No. But where he
for
played
the first game.
But where they play, I think, would be quite key.
But I think Donny van der Beek will probably play a couple of different positions because he's a bit more versatile than, for example, Bruno Fernandes, in terms of we've seen Donny van der Beek play deeper, innit? So Ten Hag does have the option. But all I'm trying to say, I don't think the first game of preseason really matters in terms of who starts. Because let's be honest, everyone's probably going to get minutes. 20, 30 minutes minimum, everyone's going to get it. We're going to see the goalkeepers get rotated.
Yeah.
We're going to see a different team in the first half.
Where he picks the players and where they play. If Van der Beek starts and he's playing number 10, I'm like, okay, he's trying him in number 10. Interesting, because we've got Eriksen in that. So that's why I'm excited for preseason. I think, if anything, I'm really excited because of it. Like, I hate the McTominay and De Jong midfield, but I hear you, Baines, because it's like maybe he sees McTominay as Martinez, he's physical and stuff like that. But for me, I'd go with a Fred De Jong pivot, man. If it was me, I'd pick Fred to go alongside De Jong, man. I think it's more mobile. You've got a left footer and right footer as well. And I know Fred's not the best as a number 6. I think his strengths lie in playing as a number 8. We saw when he played Villarreal away last year and he pinched the ball back twice, pressed him high up the pitch. He's got that tenacity. I like him being a bit of a pit bull in there. But do you know what? I don't know, man. It's going to be mad interesting. This is why I'm excited. The next time we stream, we would have watched the Liverpool Man United game. We play at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. So I think Biz is off as well. He's going to be lucky he can watch the whole game. You two can watch the game, like.
Yeah.
You
you're at work.
You at work?
No, you at work.
Yeah, but I'm going to be watching you in the group chat, pinging it off.
And we're going to be live that day, 5:30, I think. 5:20, 5:30 after.
Wednesday
with us 3, which is going to be very,
you're gonna
very
have to slightly get that one on because at work, bro.
You know what? I'm going to have to, because you lot are going to be really talking about it. And if Martial scores first game as well.
First game is Tuesday, by the way. Next Tuesday, 2 o'clock UK time, I think.
Yeah, next Tuesday, 2 o'clock. Yeah, UK time. But
anyway,
I'm excited. What about James Gardner? Where do you think he gets me?
You see the little video United posted?
Nah.
Of Gardner
why,
and Ten Hag.
Why do these European managers always grab man's arms? Pep does it. Tuchel does it. Like, he literally is. It's like, you're listening to me. I've got your attention. These European men love it.
Or they link arms with them as well, innit?
Yeah, link arms.
I always see they link arms with them.
Yeah, like, I'll be honest with you, I don't see Gardner as the number 6, but you just never know, because in terms of Fred and De Jong, in terms of Fred, McTominay and Garner, if you said to me who's more comfortable on the ball out of all of them, it is Garner. So,
Galbraith, wait for me.
For me, he's not a number 6. But in terms of, yeah, I like Galbraith as well, but he's not a number 6.
That's all I'm saying. Wait on Ethan Galbraith, innit? We'll talk soon on that. We'll talk soon. Yeah. But anyway, first live stream on YouTube done. Last live stream was December 12th. The wait won't be that long. We're going to be back with another live stream soon. Yeah. But anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Big up, Baines. Make sure you get him to 10K on route. I see you've gone up another 30 subscribers already. I looked during the show, something like that. So big up Baines every single time. Obviously, shout out Cassie done a show on Trafford Tunnel because we're not on Trafford Tunnel tomorrow. Big up Jarvis. I see you locked in and always supporting the stuff. Big up Biz, my main guy, every single time. It's good to have you back. Next week, you're on Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's going to be lit. I like it.
Can't wait.
It's going to be sick. And yeah, man, subscribe to Trafford Tunnel. You know, the blue link's down below. We're just nearly on our way to 2K. Big up Hadj that come on the stream yesterday. And Never a Foul as well. If you finish this, please go over to Never a Foul because Cass and Daps are going live. So make sure you just go over to Never a Foul. What I'll do, I will put the link in so you guys can go and subscribe to Never a Foul and check out the content. But yeah, big up Bainesy every single time, guys. Make sure you are supporting and showing them love, man. Bainesy will put the link in for the Never a Foul in the chat. Anyway, I'll just put it in the private chat. But yeah, man, like this video, subscribe, get your comments in. You guys in the comments make the show, man. I can't lie. I love the people, man. That's what we do it for.
Biz, anything else you want to say?
Bro, everything Ty said, make sure you hit the notification bell.
Yeah, that's what I leave for Biz, you know. I don't say that one. I'm not allowed to say that one.
Yeah, man. Like and subscribe to people, man. Come on.
And that's the link for the Never a Foul channel. Make sure you guys go subscribe. I think the what do you call it? The hyperlink where you just click the thing is in the description below anyway for that channel.
Perfect.
And Trafford Tunnel is in the title. But anyway, big up everyone for watching. Make sure you guys like the video, comment your thoughts on this entire video and subscribe to the channel. And we will be back soon.
Bless.